Alberta Premier Danielle Smith, known for her bold stances, found herself at the center of international attention as she navigated the treacherous waters of U.S. trade relations. The year was 2025, and the Trump administration, known for its unpredictable trade policies, had set its sights on Canada, threatening tariffs that could cripple the Canadian economy. While many Canadian politicians clung to the traditional Team Canada approach, urging a united front against what they perceived as American bullying, Smith dared to take a different path. Smith's strategy was considered controversial, even reckless by some. She understood that appeasing the Trump administration required a keen understanding of its motivations. She recognized that a direct approach, one that addressed the specific concerns of then-President Donald Trump, was needed. Instead of joining the chorus of condemnation, Smith made the unexpected move of seeking a personal audience with Trump himself. In a move that stunned the Canadian political establishment, Smith flew to Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida. Smith's visit to Mar-a-Lago was met with criticism from her political opponents, who accused her of going rogue and undermining Canada's unified stance. Undeterred, Smith pressed on, engaging in a series of meetings with U.S. governors and influential figures within Trump's circle. Her goal was clear: to understand the motivations behind the tariff threats, and to find a solution that would protect Alberta's interests. Through her conversations, Smith was able to discern what many had overlooked. Trump's primary concern was not about trade imbalances or unfair competition, as many had assumed. Instead, his focus was on border security and the growing fentanyl crisis plaguing the United States. Trump saw Canada as a conduit for illegal immigration and drug trafficking, issues that resonated deeply with his base. Smith, recognizing an opportunity, shifted the conversation away from traditional trade issues and towards Trump's priorities. She understood that to protect Alberta's economic interests, she needed to address the concerns that truly mattered to the man holding the levers of power. This pragmatic approach, while initially met with skepticism, proved to be a masterstroke. Smith returned to Canada with a clear understanding of what needed to be done. She wasted no time in implementing a series of measures aimed at addressing Trump's concerns. She appointed a border czar, a move that signaled her seriousness about tackling the issue. Smith knew that actions spoke louder than words, especially when dealing with someone like Donald Trump. She increased funding for border security, deploying additional RCMP officers and resources to key crossing points. To amplify the message, Smith invited Fox News, a network known to have Trump's ear, to Alberta to showcase the province's efforts in combating illegal immigration and drug trafficking. This strategic media engagement was a calculated gamble, one that could have easily backfired. However, Smith understood the importance of optics and the power of perception in politics. By showcasing Alberta's commitment to border security, she aimed to appease Trump and demonstrate that Canada was taking his concerns seriously. The impact of Smith's actions was immediate. Trump, known to be receptive to those who acknowledged his concerns, took notice. He publicly praised Smith for her leadership and her commitment to working collaboratively with the United States. Smith's success in engaging with the Trump administration did not go unnoticed in Ottawa. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, initially critical of Smith's approach, found himself under increasing pressure as the tariff threats loomed large. In a surprising turn of events, Trudeau ultimately adopted a page from Smith's playbook. Trudeau, facing mounting pressure from Canadian businesses and industries facing the brunt of potential tariffs, announced a series of measures mirroring those implemented by Smith. He increased funding for border security, deployed additional resources to combat drug trafficking, and engaged in a charm offensive of his own with the Trump administration. The result was a temporary reprieve. The Trump administration, satisfied with the steps taken by both Alberta and the federal government, announced a pause on the implementation of tariffs. Canada had dodged a bullet, and the credit, much to the chagrin of Trudeau and his allies, largely went to Danielle Smith.